I just see many, many untruthful things. And I'll tell you what else I see. I see tone, you know, the word tone. The tone is such hatred. I'm really not a bad person, by the way.
I'm really not a bad person, by the way.
This is going to be kind of a more serious video. But the thing is, I do agree with some of Donald Trump's policies. But even still, Donald Trump himself is just a joke. And even still, some of his policies are still just a joke. So today, I'm just going to be kind of getting into some things Donald Trump has said or some things Donald Trump has done that really make me not like him, even just his appearance, because apparently my fans want me to be more cruel. So, you know, fuck you, Donald Trump, let's go.
When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. I can just say this, more people are in this country right now illegally than ever before. I will build a better wall, and I'll build it for cheaper, and Mexico will pay, if that's your next question.
Yeah, how do you get Mexico to pay?
Because they are ripping us left and right.
But
Mexico.
how do you make
By the
them
way,
pay?
I love the Mexican people. Many Mexican people work for me. Many Mexico people I do business with. They purchase things for me, like apartments, et cetera, et cetera. I have great relationships with Mexico and with the Mexican people. I love the Mexican people. I love their spirit.
I just have to say this. I love how Donald Trump says he has great relations with Mexico and the Mexican people, yet he calls them rapists. He wants to build a wall, and it's just like, if you have great relations with them, then why do you want to build a wall, and why are you calling them all, you know, rapists? It just doesn't make any sense.
Our current president came out of nowhere. In fact, I'll go a step further. The people that went to school with him, they don't even know, they never saw him. They don't know who he is. Have no record. Can't be criticized. Wonderful guy. He's a nice man, but there was no record, nothing to criticize. He didn't go in wars. He didn't go in battles. He didn't beat this one, that one, have enemies all over the place. Nobody knew who the hell he was. He's now our president.
If the state of Hawaii says this is official, he was born in Hawaii on this date, here it is, why do you deny that?
A lot of people do not think it was an authentic certificate.
How can you say that if this...
You won't report it, Wolf, but many people do not think it was authentic. His mother was not in the hospital. There were many other things that came out. And frankly, if you would report it accurately, I think you'd probably get better ratings than you're getting, which are pretty small.
So yeah, guys, that's another thing that Donald Trump did that was pretty stupid, about the whole Obama faking his birth certificate thing. But anyway, I'm going to try to get out of this whole political argument. I'm going to do one more thing. But after that, you guys want me to, you know, make fun of Donald Trump himself. So let's do that.
I'm not a big believer in man-made climate change. There could be some impact, but I don't believe it's a devastating impact. Certainly climate has changed, but they used to call it global warming. They've had many different, they call it extreme weather. They always change the name to encapsulate everything. The problem we have is our businesses are suffering. Our businesses are unable to compete in this country because other countries aren't being forced to do what our businesses are being forced to do. And it makes us non-competitive, which is something that I feel very strongly about. And I feel that it puts us at a great economic disadvantage for jobs and other things.
Okay, so this is like the main reason why I don't like Donald Trump, because he's all about, you know, oh, man-made climate change isn't real and stuff. And it's like, dude, what, are you retarded? Like literally retarded? And he's all about, you know, big business and shit. And I'm like, there's not going to be any big business if there's no environment to get the big business off of. So therefore, we have to preserve the environment for business to even exist. Anyway, let's just get into roasting Donald Trump himself. Okay, guys, just wait for it. Just wait for it. 3, 2, 1. Donald Trump, Maddie B. Rap's dad, 2017 exposed. Okay, I know this isn't actually Donald Trump, and I know this meme's already been done, but just watch. She looks just like a fucking alien. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the infamous I would date my daughter thing. Let's watch that right now.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what?
We want to know a little bit more about you guys. So we play this game here. It's called Fave 5. I'll ask the question. Ivanka, you answer first, and then Dad, you answer also.
This is tough.
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that to
So yeah, how nice of the Donald to say that. But anyway, I'm just gonna spend the rest of this video. I don't want to make this too long. I mean, there's not really much else to say about Donald Trump. I mean, his hair is pretty gay. Let's be honest there. Like, you've seen the memes, I'm sure, and if not, I'll put some in during the audio of his hair, and it's they're pretty good memes, honestly. But in Donald Trump in general, honestly, I think he's just a joke candidate. Like, he even said himself he didn't even want to win. I think, honestly, for the 2016 election, my pick would have been Bernie. But honestly, I would say I do prefer Donald over Hillary, but still, that's not really saying much. That's like taking a piece of shit and then taking a piece of shit that smells a little bit less like shit. Like, they're both still pieces of shit. One just stinks a bit less, you know? So, yeah, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. You know, in the beginning, he did say he's not a bad person, which, I mean, I don't really know if he's a bad person or not. I don't know him personally, but I can say with 100%, you know, fact that he is a fucking retard. He is a retard. And I'm sure all the policies he gets, half of them, I'm sure, aren't even his policies. They're just the Republican Party and what they want him to do. But even still, some of those policies he came up with during the race, like, you know, the wall and all that stuff. And I love how he always says, I love a Chinese guy. You know, a Chinese man just bought a condo from me for like $1.5 million. Like, of course you like Chinese people that buy stuff from you, but that's not the Chinese people as a whole. That's like me saying, man, I like black people. You know, this one black guy just bought something off me, but I hate the rest of black people. You know, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. You know, I like white people, right? Because this one white person, you know, gave me $5,000, but, you know, fuck the rest of those crackers. Am I right? Like, Donald, that's not how it works, okay? And I think he's just like probably one of the worst. I think he is the worst president in United States history. I mean, he's not even a politician. He's a personality on TV. That's what he is, and that's all he'll ever be. He can't be anything else. I mean, did you see his first speeches? They're abysmal, and I just really don't want to drag this video on too long, but I just think that Donald Trump is probably like the worst president in United States history, and I don't know if he will be the downfall of the United States. I don't think it's that bad, but it's certainly not going to look good for the next few years. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Peace.
I'm really not a bad person, by the way.